In this video, we're going to explore how you can use conditional formatting based on text in Excel, but we will combine this together with a drop-down list. And this is basically what I prefer to use in a dashboard, and I'm going to show you exactly what we have here and how you can use this, of course, for anything else. But let's look at the situation here. So for example, here we have the following. We have this nice template here, and in this template we have all our ingredients, and these are the powdered sugar, we have the butter and the vanilla extract. In our case, we do not need to focus on these. We only want to focus on this list here, this table list here. And what we want to do is we want to highlight the ones that are double. And the reason why we want to highlight them, we want to just figure out how many different SKUs or stock keeping units there are. Alright, so you can see here we have the different brands, and we have 3 times ABC brand, but in different package size. As you can see, one is 1 kilo for the price of 100 peso. And I'm using here the peso symbol because it's the currency locally here where I'm residing. However, for you, you might use US dollar or any other currency, which is no problem at all. So here, for example, another one, Magnolia brand powdered sugar is 750 grams for 150 peso. You can see here the amount of kilograms we have: 24 kilograms, 3 kilograms, half kilo, etc., etc. Here's the price. This is the price per gram. Basically, we divided the price divided by the amount of the units in a package. Alright, and what we want to do is basically the following. We want to put in here, highlight this text, and based on the brand we select. So we're going to select the brand, put it in here, and then we will start to see all these options here. So how can we do this? Well, let's start with the basics, and that is first to do a conditional formatting. So what we do here is we're going to select the Home tab. If you're not on the Home tab, select Home, Conditional Formatting, and then before I do that, make sure you select every single cell you have. So select all the cells, click Conditional Formatting, and then we're going to insert a new rule based on equal. So we say highlight cell rules. And then based on what exactly? Well, for example, we want to make sure that we have these here. And once we select a brand, this entire row should become highlighted in a color that we desire. Alright, so we say highlight cell rules equal to the cell value. Alright, that's what we need. Alright, so now we have this. And we can say here classic style, anything, doesn't matter. And what we want to do here is we're going to use a formula. Yes, we're going to say this here. And then we say the following. Well, you can do basically this one. Let's start with the basic one. Format cells that contains only equal to, and then we can say here, for example, A, B, C, the double quotation, alright, and confirm. Once we do that, you can see here right now, it doesn't work completely, and the reason why it doesn't work completely is because it is automatically adjusted. So I'm going to, it already puts automatically a brackets here, so I'm going to remove this, say equal to ABC. Alright, confirm, and confirm. Now it works. Alright, but once you have this, we're not done here, because you say, well, wait a minute, what about this here? Yes, that's what we want to do as well. So let's select this, do conditional formatting, then we're going to adjust the rules. So we're going to manage the rules and play around with them. Select the rules, then here double click. And then now we say instead of cell value, we're going to use a formula. So we're going to say here, let's say here equal to, sorry, no here, use a formula, alright. And then you can see here we have the text here. So basically we want it to become red for everything. So we say if this cell, yes, is equal to ABC, everything must become red. That's what we want. Alright, so we say here, well, okay, let's select this for now, but I'm going to remove the dollar signs here. Oh, and you can see here, now you have to be very careful. You have to click, you have to press the mouse button exactly on the item here. So we're going to do we have to freeze only this cell here, and I will explain later on why. Yeah, equals, then now double quotation, because it's a string, remember it's a string, that's why ABC. That's why we use the double quotation, and then closing the double quotation. Yes, so we say if this cell, and then I will explain later on why we use the $sign to freeze the column, but not the row. If this cell equals ABC, make everything red. Confirm, confirm, there we are. Alright, so now we made everything red. So let me explain you exactly what we did and why we did that, and why using the freezing cell, or using the, what do you call that, to lock the cell into place, or to freeze the cell, the column, specifically the letter A. So let me explain here. So let's look here. We have here A, B, and C. And then we have here, we started at 2, so 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you do freezing cells in Excel, so if you say $A, $2, this would mean that if you drag this, no matter which location, it will always become a reference to cell number 2. Yes, or A2. So if you would go down, it will still be same. So let me show you here. We do this, all right, and then I say, let's freeze this and freeze this. You see, this is 5. But if I will move it now to the left or the right, and if I do the same, if I go here and here, you can see it's always same value 5. And same here, it's always same. It never goes down or up, never. Why? Because we're moving the values here. Or basically we say we want to freeze E, so that's basically this cell here, this column freeze, and this cell number 8. We freeze both. If we don't do that, let's remove this. Yes? We do this. We freeze it, and I say 6, 7, 8. We don't freeze that. However, if we move them to the left or the right, you can see our values are still 6. What happened is we're freezing only the row number, but not the column. Alright? So here, this is test, test, and test. And you can see here, or let's make this A, B, C, and D, E, F. If we would now remove this, so let's say here, we're going to remove this. And then we just only freeze the number 9. You'll see now our value is test, right? But if we will go down, it maintains same. Alright? So this makes sense here. So, alright, so once you understand this, then let me explain what's the formula then. So what we said is, if this freezing A number 2 equals ABC, if yes, red. If yes, make red. Alright? So once we go down here, then it will say here, if A number 3 is equals ABC, which is not, if we do this, ABC, you will see it becomes, then it becomes red. And so that's what happened. But what happened here then? Well, same story. Here, we just go again, and then we say here, it still sees A2, and not B2, because we freeze the cell. That's basically what we did here, and this is why it becomes red. Alright, so now we have that. So let's do a more advanced item, which is to make the drop-down list here. We're going to put it ABC here. We're going to put this value here, and then we're going to select this. Because now you understand why we're going to select it. Conditional formatting. Because we're going to adjust or manage the rule. Click on manage rule, and then here you can see we have equals ABC, equals the cell value, and then we're going to equal again the cell value, which will be G number 2. Alright, so we're going to equal that. So we click on edit rule or double click. And here, now, we're going to select this all with the mouse, because if you're going to move with your keys, it will get hectic, or you get trouble. Then we say here, $G, that's G column, and then number 2. Alright, once we did that, confirm, okay, and confirm, alright. So now you can see this works, and if I will type in here now, save more, it starts to do this. Alright, so we've got this now. So now we can do some other things. As you can see now, we have a tiny dashboard function already. These are just what we call components of a dashboard. And once you put these components together, you get a complete advanced dashboard, which is so much fun to have. Now what we're going to do is, the next part is we're going to do the data validation. We're going to make a list. So we're going to do here a list. We can do 2 ways. I'm going to show you the first way. We can make here, and then we're going to select here first. Make sure you select data, the data tab, data validation, and then we select here the list. And then we select these, select all of these values here. and confirm. So now we have all of these options here, but you can see we have here so many double. Well, it's no problem to have a double. Maybe you say, well, I don't like doubles. Well, I agree with that. So how can we solve this? What we can do is we can do a function called unique. And then we're going to select this here by column. With a unique column, yes. So we say this is true. Unique column, unique rows. So we can see 0. And we can just do all false. That's fine. False. Now we only have the unique values, as you can see here. So we have this formula. So now we have the unique items here. What are we going to do next? So I'm going to show you a way, and you might say, well, we just copied this formula here in there. I thought this as well in the beginning, but it's not the case. So let me show you exactly what we're going to do. We're going to click here on data validation, and what we're going to do is here, now we're going to select the list here. And what will be our list will be this value here, or sorry, the source will be this one here. Once you do this, what you need to add up is the hashtag. What really happens is it shows in Excel that there's a formula or a function here active that has more values here or more cells here. So if I confirm this, okay, and then you can see now we have all these options here. However, if you look here, you can see that this one is highlighted. Well, this, oh, sorry, let's put that back. You can see that this one is highlighted, while this here is not, or it's like grayed out. And if you would put in the text here, what will happen is you get a spill error. Why? Because the cell that is using the formula indicates that it might overwrite text that you have, because the cell is basically active here. If you start to do here anything, yeah, if I click here enter, I break the formula. So we have to not do that, and we also don't do this. So now we have this, and then you can see here the drop down. And if you are a bit like me, you say, well, look, this is nice, but this should not be like this. And what I mean by that is, look at this. This is not on alphabetic order. That should be sorted out. You are absolutely right. It should be done professionally. How can we do this? We go here. We type in sort. We sort these. Close this again, and then enter. Now this has been sorted out, and that as well instantly matches here. And that's basically how you can use this and how you can combine them all together. Of course, I wish that this could be just in the function here or in the data validation option, but that's not a possibility. However, you can still play around with this, and you can always hide these or put these on a other specific tab to avoid that anyone would overrule them. However, with this, you can see here we have this nice dashboard now. It's extremely professional looking, and as we select anything, it will highlight what it is. So if you like videos like this, subscribe to my channel, and if you have a question, perhaps you're struggling with this, and I don't blame you, this is quite advanced, but it is exciting, and I hope my explanation was as simple as possible for you to understand the logic of Excel. But if you really struggle with it, post them in the comments where you're struggle with or where you're stuck, and I'll try to look at it. And perhaps you have suggestions about another topic about Excel, or you want to have something but you don't know how to do it. I can make videos based on your request. So just let me know in the comment section as well. Just tell me what you're looking for, and I'll try to make something as well.